So, hello, how is you? Quick update on this DNA matter that we are on. That's the only thing that is my business in all of this matter. So, yesterday, Ogbontarigi Baba Mohbad was on a live chat to give us an update. Somebody shout hallelujah. We are making progress. So, the update the update is that according to him, they already have a consent, like we all know. And now, what is delaying collecting specimen and sending it for testing for us to have a DNA result, according to this Baba Mohbad, is that he needed a representative from each party, and from his end, according to his request that the court granted, he wanted the testing to be done overseas. I will not even contest that. What's wrong with labs in Nigeria? For whatever reason, he wanted it done overseas. Quite fair enough. And of course, Wunmi, since they have been delaying all those while about the DNA testing, the girl wants this DNA done so that at least this whole bully on the sun can stop. So she went to the questions about is not forthcoming with getting the test done. So they granted her too. Matter of fact, they didn't even, what she was advised is that since your father-in-law has been granted, there's no point having two orders. So we are still going with Baba Mohbad's order. So according to him now, they're going to have to send a representative to get the specimen from Mohbad's remains. And then he said what is delaying that they need to get a representative that will follow the specimen to the abroad lab for testing. So he was appealing to his gullible critical thinkers, critical mumus, that this is when he needs their support most. Long story short, what is delaying us from getting specimen and do the testing right now is that they need money again to sponsor delegates or representatives that will follow the specimen to abroad. For how long are we going to continue to be stupid? Only question I have, Iba Mohbad, those of your bloggers and your supporters and your critical thinkers, most of them, according to you, you attest to that, they live abroad. So I don't know which country you are sending this specimen to. Is it Kuala Lumpur? Where? Because your supporters are in all of this country. Instead of thinking that you are going to send somebody from Nigeria to follow specimen to a lab abroad, let people, your representative, and I don't know why you need your representative when you are alive and well, go and get the specimen, and then let them escort the specimen to the airport. Let your people in the abroad let them wait for the aircraft, the specimen to arrive, and follow the. How come your people abroad cannot follow to the lab and then be a representative, be your representative? Just give them a legal consent to be your representative in this abroad, so that they can witness the testing and they can verify the authenticity of the results. Why does it make sense to anybody that have brain that you are planning to send people from Nigeria to follow specimen abroad? You have people abroad now. So it's a stupid, flimsy excuses. Again, when will you be tired of raising money? Baba 419, the 200 million that your people are alleging you of siphoning, why can't it be used for this purpose? I'm giving you options. Because in to call Awasa, only because DNA. So to give you guys updates, and wow, that be sponsored representative lossy the abroad, found to man witness the testing. Now in that recording, you hear something very important. This man, my God, see, somebody says, "Oh, this man." I'm on his radar, like I'm following him back to back, because I will tell you this. There is nobody at all, nobody, including Naira Marley and Sam Larry, that has turned evil to Mohbad more than the father. In one of his statements in that live chat, he was giving the same account. First of all, you see, when you are lying, you can never be accurate. Lies is never accurate. Now, to get this donation again, this man introduced another script in this whole account of event of how Mohbad died. Remember when he said the reason, when people question him, why did you bury Mohbad that early? Why did you have to put him in the ground within 24 hours? He said that he went to police station to get police report. It was not granted. He went to the hospital to get a doctor's report, and it was not granted. So he didn't have anything, and he felt like, well, instead of making the boy that they should just put him to the ground. That was his excuse, which makes sense to some people who don't have sense. But now in this same story are saying that when you left the police station, you went to the hospital, you didn't get the doctor's report, that you went to the mortuary. Interesting story. And at the morgue, you said you couldn't get the boy admitted in the morgue. Surprisingly, a father who had been with this cause, don't forget, he went to the house. He saw them there, he took him there. Now, this policy, this stupid culture of Papa did not apply to you then. You were the one who carried it, according to your story. One interesting part is that I've never have to allege this man of anything based on what somebody said about him. It's always based on what he said. What he said with his mouth. So you carry this boy to police station, to hospital, now to the morgue. You could not make a headway. This man said he left there and went home. Papa, you left the corpse, the remain of your son, sitting down in the middle of nowhere, and you went home to sleep, and it was okay for you. Now he said, he used a phrase, Ashiriwatu, that he now later find out that Wunmi, the same woman they are alleging, paid 200,000 naira for Mohbad's remain to be in the mortuary. Interesting story. Quick question, sir. If Wunmi had paid 200,000 to have Mohbad's body in the mortuary, why did you retrieve the body the next day and hurriedly buried him? Were you burying Mohbad or were you burying evidence? Because your excuse for burying him was that you could not get him in the mortuary. You could not get police report so that you could take him to mortuary. But even you now said the wife paid to have the body in the mortuary. So why did you bury him in a hurry? And why is that supposed to be a secret? Question number 2. At what point did you find out that Wunmi paid money to have this boy in the mortuary? Because clearly the next day you went to retrieve the body in the mortuary. How come it took you 2 years for you to tell us this part of the story? Why now? I will answer you. The reason he's coming out with that now is that he has noticed that these widows that are called his bloggers and his supporters, they are dumbass people. So, and there are people who are bitter and brittle in their life. They hate their life. The only way you always have to get money out of them is for them to allege me of something, so that they will be angry. They don't hate me, they hate their life. So when they say something and anything new about Wunmi, they'll be like, oh, Wunmi, Achana. And then they will out of the bitterness of their hearts. Because justice for them is not finding what killed Mohbad or who. Justice for them is indicting Wunmi. Check the list of all of the people, especially all of the female bloggers who are on Baba's Mohbad side. I want to hear one. I want to hear some of them. One in their 50s. One lolly or curry, can't a lobby weekend, can't long Friday, or day Monday. Put a one news thing up, oh lolly or for 3 days. Why they hate me is because they saw what they could have become in her. Everything Wunmi represent is what they've never been and they will never be. So he needs to raise another thing against me so that the bitterness in their life can come up again. Because again, doesn't make sense. At the end of the day, you are indicting yourself. Because now we have to go back to the old question. Why did you bury him in a hurry? Because now the body was in the morgue. The wife paid for it. Another question, sir. It was you who collected 20 million. Mohbad. Sorry. It was you who collected 2 million from the video. How come you could not take from that 2 million to pay for mortuary? It is the wife who did not collect Shingba that have to pay to get the body in the mortuary. Meanwhile, 2 million wà lọ́wọ́ ti yín sir. You went home with that. Oh, it's not with you. You asked them to give direction, but you are the one who is giving order on how to spend it. If the body was already in the mortuary that day, why did you retrieve the body to go and bury it in? Is the question that anybody should ask. In all of this, Baba, ó dà pé àwọn boys yín wọ́n ti ká o, wọ́n ti ká náà ọṣẹ́ yìí ò fẹ́ máa jẹ́ mọ́ o, wọn ò dáwó o. Can you get this DNA done and get it done in real time? Let's do this testing. We need this result because now we are about to enter a new episode. There are so many questions we will have to answer. And by the way, I will give you credit for one smart thing you did for refusing to sign that petition that you people want to sue Tinubu and sue Lagos State Governor, sue Chief Justice. Baba say, mi ò ní bodyguard. Oh God, we live in a country. Anyway, we are on the matter. Hello, DNA, you are your representative. I don't know what you need representative for, Oga. You have people, you have representative abroad. Let them go and wait at the lab and get this thing done. So,